You're inviting me to a hole in the wall that's skeptical and real sus. Like, would my $1 million self go to this hole in the wall? Absolutely not.
I got my energy back, yeah. I'm on that frequency, mentally, spiritually, elevating, yeah. To my core.
What's good, my frequency family? I'm LA the Elevated. Welcome back to my channel. This is my platform where I am giving you the formula of how to stop being the editor and become the author of your life story. Today I want to talk to you guys about how to think, work, and pray like your $1 million self. So I don't know about y'all, but for me, I'm preparing to step into my $1 million self. And there's some work to do because those are some pretty high heels to fill, but the majority of the work is going to be done internally on the inside. Of course, there'll be some work that I got to do. I got to put in the lead work to make this happen. But in this video, we're going to talk about preparing yourself internally to step into your $1 million self. So let's get into it. So the first thing I want you guys to know, as I've said before in my other videos, is that everything you need to become successful, to become a millionaire even, is already inside of you. You were sent here with all of the resources, all of the tools, all of the knowledge. You may have to take some classes and gain other knowledge, but you were sent here with that ability inside of you. All we have to do is tap into that and signal to the universe to, hey, bring her here. All of these different versions of you exist simultaneously in the universe. It's just like which one you want to pick. It's like this apple tree full of yous, and all you have to do is pluck off that apple tree. Which one of you do you want to be at this point in time? The universe doesn't see time the way that we see time. They all exist simultaneously. So we can become whichever version of ourselves that we want to be at any given moment. All we have to do is summon that to us using the power of meditation, the power of manifestation, the power of the law of attraction to go ahead and say, yeah, I'm ready. And then prepare yourself so that you can maintain that space once you achieve it. So the first thing we need to do is we need to define what we want to be in our lives. You cannot be willy-nilly, scares just all over the place. You need to know what you want and you need to write it down. You need to hone in on it, right? Like, be very specific about what it is you want to be, what it is you're trying to accomplish, and then we can do the work as far as like taking classes and practicing our crafts and doing things to kind of spruce it up so that you can become a master, so that you can become a professional, so that you can become an expert in your craft. But that alone is not going to cut it. Just taking these classes and consuming all the knowledge that you can is not going to help you step into your $1 million self. It's a lot of people who are extremely smart, but they're still not at a level of success that you would expect them to be at. And it's because they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that this is truly for them and that they can achieve it. So that's the part that's missing, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So when I say every possible version of you already exists in the universe, a lot of those different versions you can imagine yourself being. Like, I could say there's the drug addict LA, and there's the stripper LA, and there's the businesswoman LA, and all of those don't sound too far-fetched. Mainly because I've seen those things. I've seen examples of those in my life. Some of those are in our family, as a matter of fact. So I have strippers, I have drug addicts, I have gamblers, I have business people in my life that are surrounding me and influencing me. So it's not too hard for me to envision myself as being one of those things. But when you talk about becoming your $1 million self, now how many millionaires do you know? I have one in my phone that I could call and, you know, speak to for advice or whatever, and just kind of understand that whole lifestyle. So not a lot of us are surrounded by millionaires. Now, absence of being the daughter of Beyonce or Rihanna or Mariah Carey or somebody, like, you're not surrounded by someone who's wildly successful. So it's a little more difficult for us to imagine ourselves as being a millionaire, being successful. Let me tell you, Blue Ivy don't have any doubt in her mind that she is going to be successful. that she's going to be a millionaire because she's surrounded by that lifestyle. So it's not hard for her to envision that. She's constantly feeding that to her subconscious because that's what she knows. Now for us, we're going to have to do a little imagination because Beyonce is not my mother. So I have to imagine something that I've not seen and put myself in that space. And that's where the power of visualization, manifestation, meditation comes into play. We have to get very diligent with this and be intentional because your subconscious needs you to believe in your $1 million self. Your subconscious needs you to tell her what your $1 million self is. Who is she? Like, you summon her and I will go get her and bring her to you. But we have to send that signal to our subconscious and to the universe to say, hey, here's what my $1 million self looks like. Here's what she is. And that's why I came up with these 3 things that I've been practicing that I want to share with you guys as the formula of how to summon your $1 million self by thinking, working, and praying like your $1 million self. So first, we're going to think like our $1 million selves. The first thing is that you have to believe. You have to believe that you can become your $1 million self with creating your business. If you're doing it, selling cookies, doing hair, making clothes, or just working in a job, becoming a CEO, whatever it is, you have to believe that it is possible for you to become your $1 million self. You have to have faith. As a man thinketh, so shall he be. You have to see yourself as that $1 million person. So you have to believe it. If you don't believe it, there is no amount of schooling that's just going to make you a millionaire if you don't believe that you are a millionaire, okay? Then when we talk about thinking on the same plane, staying with thinking, we have to begin to think like our $1 million self. So it's like that when people used to say, what would Jesus do? It's like, what would my $1 million self do? So when you're making decisions about your social circles and who to hang around, ask yourself, will my $1 million self hang around with these people? And if the answer is no, then you need to make a different decision. Ask yourself when you're going out and people are inviting you out. Like, I'm 45. When people are inviting me out, if it's to a hole in the wall and I may just want to get out and let loose, shake a tail feather real quick, but you're inviting me to a hole in the wall that's skeptical and real sus, like, would my $1 million self go to this hole in the wall? Absolutely not. So I'm not going. Begin to make different decisions about your social circles and who you hang around, and surround yourself with people that kind of embody the same thing that you want out of life. It's certain things that we're going to have to let go. I just can't be seen there anymore. I can't be seen in this hole in the wall twerking, which I never knew how to twerk in the first place. But regardless, I can't be caught on somebody else's live in this place. That's just not my image. It's not where I'm going. It's not where my $1 million self would be. So for me, it's a no. If I'm going to be my $1 million self, I have to completely embody her, and I have to hang out in places where she would hang out. In the same vein, you can just like take a look at your diet, the things that you're putting in your body. You know, when you're pulling up in that McDonald's driveway, would your $1 million self be in a McDonald's driveway? And okay, come on, like seriously, I could be a millionaire and still go get some Chick-fil-A, right? Okay, cool. But I'm saying take stock, take inventory of what you're putting inside of your body and begin to treat it like your $1 million self. Taking care of your body. You need your health in order to be preserved, to be here to do the work for whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish in your business, in your life, and whatever. You can't do that if your body is being inundated, is being, you know, constantly pumped full of all of these things that are not healthy for you. So where you hang out at, what you eat, start to think like your $1 million self. Make decisions as your $1 million self. If it's not something that you think she would eat, if she would have a private chef cooking her a salad, okay, you don't have the chef yet, but go cook the salad yourself. Go cook you a nice salmon salad and sit down and have it for dinner and feel, you know, refreshed and good about the decisions that you're making about what you're putting inside of your body. Even if you have to do, you know, just do a Panera Bread instead and go get you pick two and get you a nice soup and a salad and have a day. But in the Crystals parking lot at home, we call it White Castles. Down here in the South, it's called Crystals. But get out of Crystals parking lot. That is not real meat, honey. And your $1 million self would not be eating that. Okay, so that's thinking like your $1 million self. Then let's talk about working like your $1 million self. Now, we cut a lot of corners in our job, sometimes we're not fully engaged, we're not feeling it. I understand. But when you are working on your business, you need to work like your $1 million self. If you had brand deals on the line, if you had contracts on the line that you had to fulfill, you're going to fulfill those contracts. If those contracts got 6, 7 zeros behind them, you're going to make sure that those contracts are fulfilled and that work is presented on time, it's done and everything. So start to work like your $1 million self. At least when you're working on your own project, on your own content, work like your $1 million self. And that may even extend to getting out of the bed early, not sleeping in till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Get out of the bed early, go to the gym. Okay, get up, go to the gym and work that body. Get yourself mentally and physically prepared for the day to do this work and to be ready to make it happen. Work, go hard for yourself, believe in yourself. We get up and we do it for other people all day. We get up and we devote 30, 40 years to another person's dreams, working at their corporation to build their wealth. Do it for yourself. Work for yourself. When you get that day off, don't spend it all day laying in the bed. Get up and work on your project. Work like your $1 million self. Get off the porch. A lot of people are still sitting on the porch that we used to know. I remember back home, we would sit on the porch and drink all day, smoke all day, people watch people go by and talk crap about them all day. And it's like nobody would ever get off of that porch. Like we lived just to work and get home to sit on the porch. Baby, get off the porch and work. Put in the work for what it is you are trying to achieve and work like your $1 million self. When you're working like your $1 million self, that might mean having to turn off some of that reality TV. Get off the couch. Get off the couch. Turn off reality TV and get up and spend those extra couple of hours pouring into your business, learning your craft, perfecting your business, writing your speeches, writing your proposals, but work like your $1 million self. I mean, that could be working on your body, working on your skincare routine, working on getting your hair done, working on keeping your hair right. Work like your $1 million self. Feel like your $1 million self. It's a lot of people who, if they're not in a relationship, they don't do their hair. They don't do their makeup. They don't get dressed. Baby, who? I'm going to do all of that. I'm single right now, and I'm going to do all of that regardless. You're not going to catch me with my armpits hairy just because I'm not in a relationship, because I'm always thinking on a higher vibration of this is who I am. And I'm not that person just because I have a relationship or just because I've achieved that thing. I'm that person in the midst of achieving that thing. I'm that person 24/7 as I'm striving to be that. I have to embody her before I ever become her. I got to tell the universe what she feels like. I got to tell my subconscious what she feels like, what she looks like, what she thinks like, what she operates like, what she eats, how she works, how she prays. You have to let go of these limiting beliefs. You can't have these limiting beliefs in the back of your mind, putting this doubt and this fear inside of your mind, because it's only going to hold you back. You can't rise to your $1 million self when you're operating on this low vibration of doubt, when you're operating on this lower vibration of limitations. So let go of all limiting beliefs, all doubt, all fear, and operate on a higher vibration of it is so. And when you pray like your $1 million self, have a vision of what it is you're trying to achieve. And when you pray to the Most High to bring that into fruition. Okay? Pray to bring that into your life. Bring that into your space. See, when we pray as normal people, a lot of times we just pray to keep the lights on. We just pray that, and we're thankful that we have enough money to pay the mortgage, and that the kids are fed, and the cars starts, and that I had enough money to fix the water heater when it went out. But we got to begin to pray like our $1 million self. When your $1 million self prays, she's praying for $1 million blessings. She's praying that new $1 million contract goes through. Okay, she's praying for a new Bentley. She's not praying just that, for a spare tire on the Camaro. She's praying for $1 million blessings. You have to think big. You have to dream big. What do they say? Shoot for the moon, and even if you don't make it, you'll still be amongst the stars. You got to pray bigger. You have not because you ask not. You have to increase your prayers. Stop praying for small things. Why are you just praying for small things? The universe has an infinite amount of resources, of things, of blessings that it can send you. Ask for them. Ask for them when you pray. And as long as we have good intentions around them, you know, we're not asking for something that is going to cause someone else's downfall or taking from someone else. We're asking for things that we deserve, that we need, the resources that we need. And speaking of which, in order for you to become your $1 million self, baby, you will have to develop a love relationship with money. A lot of people are always saying that money is the root of all evil. We've all heard that. Money is the root of all evil. And that tells us that money is bad. Money is bad. So you're telling the universe and you're telling your subconscious, I don't want money because I don't want to be bad. I want to be a good person. So why would I want money? You're going to have to develop a love relationship with money. Money is necessary. Money is good. Don't tell yourself that money is bad, because when you do that, you are pushing money away. Don't hate on people who have money, because when you do that, you are pushing money away. You want to attract money into your life. You don't want to push it away. And as long as you have a purpose for your money, okay? Yes, it's to live a good lifestyle. Yes, sir. I want to live a good lifestyle. I want to travel. I want to eat. I want to shop. I want to do all the things that I want to do. But I also want to build this business that is helping people. I want to expand my brand. I want to be able to hire a team who can help me get this message out, who can do my editing. So I have a purpose for my money. I'm not just asking for money to be able to go out and buy kilos and kilos of dope and flip it and get more money. Like, what are you? I need money to do what I need to do. So because we see bad people getting money or evil people getting money, we tell ourselves that we don't want money because people get evil when they have money. No, that's them. We're clear. We are conscious. We have a purpose for our money and we need our money. So tell yourself, yes, I need my money. Send me my money. I love money. Okay, you have to develop a love relationship with money, and that way money can be attracted to you. If you're constantly telling money that it's bad, you are telling money to go away. I don't want you. You're bad. When you pray and say, Lord, take everything that's bad out of my life, if you've told yourself that money is bad, then that means money goes too. So make sure you tell yourself that money is good. It's all about the hands that it falls in is what determines whether it's used for good or evil. It's the same thing with weapons. You know, I own guns. Guns are not bad by themselves. It's all about the hands that they fall in, okay? So you don't have to hate money. And in fact, you shouldn't hate money because you need money to accomplish this thing. Like, it's not going to happen without resources. And a part of those resources are money, is money. You have to think, work, and pray like your $1 million self. You have to let go of all of your limiting beliefs and rise to your higher self and begin to operate in that atmosphere of your higher self. Tell your subconscious what she is, what she thinks, what she does, how she eats, how she sleeps, how she wakes up, how she works out, how she does her healthcare routine. Tell yourself that and begin to operate in that so that it can begin to feel real. This thing in meditation and manifestation is all about becoming something that you are not yet in reality. Becoming something internally that you don't yet see externally in your reality. That's just what it's all about. Seeing yourself as the person that you are about to be instead of what you currently are. And if you want to be a millionaire, baby, you can be a millionaire. When you were brought here, your millionaire self was brought here too. And she's just out there floating around right now. And when you think about that, it's so exciting to me that in order to achieve that, that's not something that I need to ask permission from anybody. I don't have to wait for a promotion to be promoted into my higher self, to be promoted into my $1 million self. I just need to summon it. I need to embody it, and I need to begin to feed that to my subconscious of what that looks like. Because I've not seen those examples around me. I don't have millionaire parents. I don't have a bunch of millionaire friends. So I have to imagine in my mind what that looks like. And the formula that I came up with is to think, work, and pray like my $1 million self. Let's just start there. Let's just start there. There's a lot of other things that you could do, but let's just start there. Let's begin that when you wake up to think like your $1 million self. Don't wake up with, stresses on your mind of how certain bills are going to be paid, your $1 million self would not be thinking that. Her money's in the bank. She's good. She knows that those bills are going to get paid. She knows that that renovation is going to happen. She knows that I'm going to take that trip. Just sit there for a little while. It doesn't hurt anything. Walking around stressing about what you don't have and worrying about how things are going to get done and how things are going to get paid, it is not helping you. It is only bringing more doubt, more fear, more anxiety, more depression into your life. And that's what we're trying to get rid of. So just let it go, baby. What's going to be is will be. What we can control, let's control what we can control. Repeat the serenity prayer to yourself. The things that you cannot change, just let it go and sit in this space where it is comfortable. This is a place of possibilities. When you sit in this space, it's really a place of possibilities that it could be. And tell yourself that it can be. I can be this millionaire. And I'm going to begin to operate as her. It's liberating. It's amazing. It's awesome. I love it. And I hope that you will begin to follow these 3 simple things, 3 simple nods, 3 little changes that you can make in your life and see what happens. Just see what happens with it. I promise you, if anything, you're going to be getting up earlier. You're going to be eating better. You're going to be praying for bigger. And there is no way, there is absolutely no way that blessings are not going to show up in your life when you follow these steps. It's just not possible. The law of attraction says that when you do these things, it will be returned to you. See, what we have to understand is that our words are not returned void. The Lord said that his promises are not returned void, but what you got to understand is that our words are not returned void either. So what we send out into the universe, it will be returned to us. It absolutely must. It's a law. And I know we break a lot of laws in America, in the world, definitely in the USA. There's a lot of laws that people just don't follow, but this is a law that cannot be broken. It is etched in stone. It must be. So begin to practice this formula of how to think, work, and pray like your $1 million self, and baby, sit back and get ready to cash the check. So that's it. Just wanted to give y'all a quick video adding on and on and on to all of the things. Go back and watch my other videos. They all wrap into a larger formula of what we are practicing every single day in order to manifest our dreams, our desires, and our destinies into our life quicker and sooner, so we don't have to wait around for it. Follow the formula, baby. Follow the formula, and I promise you it works. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe and come back. Think, work, and pray like your $1 million self, because that does it for me. So do it for you.